Fellas, over in the NFC, just one spot remains. One spot remains up for grabs. It's in that division where it always seems like it's up for grabs going into Week 18. It's the NFC South. And you look at the game, it's Carolina, it's Tampa. You feel like this is a game that if Tampa just wins it, coach, they'd be in. But with Atlanta now winning, all they have to do is beat New Orleans, and then the Panthers would be in. How do you see the South going into the final week here?
Well, it's very, very down in Tampa where I live. They feel like the fans do, that they blew their shot against Miami, beat a team that's out of it, take care of business, and then it's all on your shoulders. Now they have to rely on not only them getting it up and winning a game, but rely on New Orleans to help them out. So there's not a whole lot of optimism there. I think the Bucs can win this game. They have not played good football the last month. Their defense has not been good, but I think they can get it up and win this game. Whether New Orleans can beat Atlanta, I don't know.
And Coach, with anything can happen with Atlanta. You already know that, right?
Oh,
but
yeah.
I expect Tampa Bay to win this game. I think Todd Bowles, he'll have the message to his veteran players as well as everybody in that locker room. Like, look, guys, we can't worry about what Atlanta's going to do. We have to go out here and take care of business. Whether that means we continue on in the postseason or we go to the offseason, we have to win this game with just positive vibes. So for me, I look at Baker Mayfield. He's been pressing, Coach. He's trying to do everything because he doesn't trust his defense. They have an array of experience. They have guys that have experience there, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I expect them to come out trying to score a ton of points to overtake their defense. But overall, I just think the message to Todd Bowles is, guys, forget about what happened the first part of the season. Let's win this game. This is something we can control, and whatever happens after that, Coach, happens.
I agree. And, we saw Baker Mayfield hurt his left shoulder about 4 weeks ago. I don't think he's been right since then. Standing there, throwing in the pocket on time, he's fine. But the plays that we've seen him make on the move, he's not making now. He's not going to use it as an excuse, but I really feel like that shoulder is bothering him. They've got to get their running game going and protect him, let him throw in rhythm, and I think they'll win the game.
Yeah. My worry with Tampa is, we've been saying this for a minute now. We've been saying, they're going to get it right. 7 out of 8 they've lost at this point. And it's not like they've been world beater teams the home stretch of the season. These are teams with losing records. You're thinking they just got to go get one. They just got to go get one. They're going to make the playoffs. They've been unable to do it. I think Carolina is better than these teams. So, Rod, why now? Why are they now going to be able to flip the switch?
Well, you look at Carolina, too, and I think the key for Carolina offensively is when they run the ball, their entire team gains confidence. You feel it in the defense, in particular in the secondary, where they're very aggressive with J.C. Horn, Mike Jackson, and those guys. I like Carolina, but, Coach, Bryce Young, he scares me. This is a kid that can get hot. He's streaky. He can throw for 300 or 400 yards, or he'll come back and throw for 120 yards. I still like Tampa Bay, despite everything they've gone through.
No, Carolina's been up and down, and the key to them winning on the road would be getting their two-headed running game going where they don't put a lot on Bryce Young. Run the football, make Tampa panic a little bit. Hey, we're chewing up the time of possession. Baker feels like he's got to score every time, then he makes some mistakes. That's how they win the game. But I like Tampa in this game, just the veteran players at home in a big game.
Yeah. Okay, Rod, so let's get to a game nobody thought we'd be talking about, but all of a sudden we are going to be talking about it because it has a lot of relevance as it relates to that South Division. New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta had to win those last 2 for the Panthers to be in. They go do it at home against the Rams, look good in that game, and now they get a chance at home once again against New Orleans. How do you view this matchup?
This game could really go anywhere. I don't trust Atlanta. You don't never know what way Atlanta's going to show up. Are they going to be that team, that underdog that comes and beat Buffalo and beat the Rams? Or are they going to be a team that blew so many opportunities in the fourth quarter? So you never know what you're going to get with the Atlanta Falcons. I expect, hey, Coach, I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints won this game. I mean, this is a game that, they play hard. They believe in their coach, and yeah, they don't have a great record, but they still play really hard.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck he's balling for them, and he's making big plays. And I don't know, it hasn't been said for sure, but this could be Cam Jordan's last game as a Saint. They'll want to send him out with a win. He'll want to play well. They've got a lot of momentum going. And I think they want to show that they're building for the future. I was in that situation my first year in Tampa. We had a 5-10 record going into the last game. We're playing the Chicago Bears, and I challenged our guys, hey, this game isn't for a playoff run, but let's pretend it is. Let's say, how are we going to do this if we are battling for a playoff spot? We went out there and won the game. 1 year later, we were in that exact same spot. If we won, we had a home playoff game. We had already prepared for it.
Hey, I live in Atlanta, and I tell you, I've been down here for a long time, and the Saints and the Falcons, this is a rivalry game. Every time they get together, it's a Saints takeover. All the Saints drive on down here, and half of the stadium is Falcon, half of it's Saints. They dislike each other, and they want nothing better. What is the race to 7-10? Is it 8? Is it going to be the Saints 7-10, or will the Falcons get to 8-9?
I think all the stuff is true on the Saints side. You know, Shuck played a lot of college football. He's got a veteran type mentality for a young quarterback in the NFL and played good college football. Now that's translating. But I think Atlanta, I mean, these guys are coaching for their jobs too, and a lot of them playing for their jobs. I've kind of liked what it's like with Cousins being in there. They're trying to save and at least give some optimism, a positive ending to the season, which really has been disappointing for them. Why not like the Falcons? Both you guys like the Saints. Why not like the Falcons?
Oh, no, I don't say I like the Saints. I just think the Saints are going to be loose. They're going to move the ball against Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, to me, is the best back in football. What I've seen him do out of the backfield, catching the ball, running between the tackles, running outside, breaking 95-yard runs. He's been phenomenal, and I think he's going to put up some big numbers on Sunday.
And that defense has done a great job of creating turnovers. We talked, we had him earlier this year. We talked about the great player, their safeties creating turnovers. And like you talked about, Bijan, Kyle Pitts is playing out of his mind. So if the Falcons decide to show up, the Falcons can play and beat anybody in the league. But sometimes they just don't show up, and we'll see what happens. But this game is a big game. This is a rivalry game. It's in Atlanta, so it's going to be off the chain.
Now, and the one thing I'll say, Jack, I'm watching the Rams-Atlanta game. Atlanta's dominating. They're playing great. They get a kick blocked. All of a sudden, it's a game now. They're up, 12 seconds left, and they blow a coverage, and the guy's wide open. He's going to catch a touchdown pass, and they're going to lose the game if Matthew Stafford just puts it on the money. So do we trust Atlanta? I don't trust them.
Okay. I don't trust them either.
Yeah, I don't think many trust either of these two teams. Speaking of trust, Carolina or Tampa, there's not a lot of buzz that either is going to make a Super Bowl run. I understand that. But if either gets in, who is more likely to have a chance to win a playoff game, to make a little noise, Rod? If either of these two teams gets in, who would you believe in?
It would have to be Tampa Bay, because I'm taking Tampa Bay to beat the Carolina Panthers. I keep relying on this offense and the veteran players and thinking that Baker Mayfield is going to get that connection back with them. And Bucky Irvin in the run game, he's back, he's healthy. But it just leads me to that defense. I can't trust that defense. They don't create any pressure. It's hard for them to stop the run. They just don't have a lot of great playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. So either one of these teams, whoever wins the division, they're going to be pretty much one and done when they face another NFC team, Coach.
Yeah, whichever team wins the division, they're going to play either San Francisco or Seattle. I don't see them, either one of those teams, winning that game. It just, Carolina running the ball with that two-headed monster and getting some takeaways. Maybe they can pull off an upset. They upset the Rams at home a couple of weeks ago. But I don't see either one of those teams beating San Francisco or Seattle.
Yep. I'm right there with both of you. All right, let's get down to Seattle and San Francisco then. That's a game you were just talking about. It's for the 1 seed. It's out there in San Francisco. It's going to be rain on both sides of Sunday, but last weather report I saw, looks like they're going to get dry weather on Sunday. So knowing all of that, Rodney, who do you like in San Francisco for the top seed in the bye?
I like San Francisco, man. It's something about San Francisco, coach. Every time we go out there, whether it's a primetime game, it's a Sunday night game, they always find a way to step up. And despite the lack of big names on the defensive side of the ball, Kyle Shanahan has done a terrific job of kind of leaning on Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy's, he's stepped up. He's made a lot of crucial throws. The offensive line is playing well. The thing that really concerns me is Trent Williams. Will he be healthy? Will George Kittle be healthy? And, especially dealing with that front four, coach, that defensive front is tremendous.
That is my thought exactly. I would pick San Francisco all day if everything was normal. But two things bother me about San Francisco in this game. They've got the championship mentality, no question about it. They're at home. They should be favored. But if Trent Williams and George Kittle don't play, you can get away with that against the Bears defense. I don't know if you can get away with that against the Seattle defense that is going to dominate up front. And then the second thing with Sam Darnold, when have we seen him have problems? When you pressure him. This San Francisco defense lacks pass rushers. They don't pressure the quarterback well. This could be a game where Sam Darnold really feels comfortable, and he's a different guy when he feels comfortable. So I like San Francisco, but only if Trent Williams and Kittle are playing.
Yeah, which I would say is a big if. I mean, knowing Trent Williams, and I don't, a hamstring injury which occurred on the pick six, and he's trying to run it down. It's like, man, just never do that again, Trent. Like, I'd rather have you on the next series than you trying to run 15 yards behind the guys about to score anyway.
And Jack, think about this. Now he has to go up against DeMarcus Lawrence and Maye and all these pass rushers.
Problem.
I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. It is a problem.
Short week, yeah.
Yeah, it's you like San Francisco. Here's the thing with San Francisco, and Coach, you mentioned it, the championship mentality. But what I worry about is, okay, so what really is that? Are we just saying Kyle Shanahan at this point? Because they're going to have Purdy. They're not going to have Trent. They may not have Kittle. They're not going to have Fred Warner. They're not going to have Nick Bosa. So what really does that mean with San Francisco right now?
Yeah, it is. It's the coach, but you're right. A lot of that championship mentality could be on the sideline not playing, and that could be a problem.
Yeah. Okay, but you still like San Francisco, Rod, despite all that. And Coach, you're a little more on the fence of, I want to wait and see. Go ahead, Rod.
Well, I mean, anytime you can have either one or both of those guys, you want them. But yeah, right now it's just my experience going out to San Francisco. How they do it, I don't know. They get pumped up. They feed off of the energy of Shanahan. The defense plays. They don't have any big name guys. I think this guy should be one of the top 2 or 3 coaches as far as coach of the year, the job that he's done.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.